Hello champs, welcome back to our channel Learn for You. So, how are you all scratch coders? Are you enjoying your ride? I hope things are getting clear to you, and as always, I am back again here, your study buddy Anshika. And now we will continue our journey. So, let's have a recap of what we did in our previous video. Basically, there we talked about different shape of blocks. The first one was head blocks, and coming on to stack block. I hope you remember their functioning, right? Then boolean blocks, reporter block, C block, and last but not the least, that was cap block. So these were all the command blocks on the basis of their shape. You can easily recognize them, right? Now it's the time to look into command blocks on the basis of their function. So how many kind of function of blocks are there? As you can see here, different one I told you earlier about them. Now we will study about them in detail. The very first one we are going to introduce is motion block. Yes. And what is the functioning of motion block? It helps to control the movement of a sprite. Means how our sprite is going to move in different direction on stage is being controlled by our motion blocks. As you can see here, different command blocks. We will start dealing with them one by one. For now, I will just tell you in short so that you have a basic idea. Later on, we will jump onto a Scratch editor and there we will start learning them. So as you can see here, move 10 steps. So basically this block helps our sprite to move ahead or backward as the way we want. Then it comes turn counterclockwise direction. Coming on to clockwise direction, as I told, I hope you are clear with that. I hope now you can differentiate that how you are going to see it as clockwise or counterclockwise. Then coming on to point in specific direction. Now 4 more here. The first one is glide this seconds to random position. Okay, understand this? How gliding is different from normal movement, right? When we don't want a sprite to directly jump onto other position, we use this glide so that it takes some time to reach to that position. Now moving on to this, set x to 0, then change x, change y. You can easily read their short description. They have been written here clearly so that you can easily understand. Now the other ones are point towards mouse pointer. Like if we want our sprite to point in a direction of our pointer, we can use this one block. And coming on to go to random position, then if we want a specific position as go to x or y, and then glide to a specific position. Okay, so now moving ahead, we have 4 more. This is like set y to 0. You can easily do that. Then set rotation style. We can set the rotation style, like if we want to make it rotate from left to right, or we just want it complete rotation or no rotation. This can be done easily. Then if on edge bounce, this is quite very interesting. Like it flips the direction of a sprite over when corner of screen is touched. You would have played that bouncing game, right? As soon as the ball touched the corners or edges of a screen, that ball return back. So same thing we can do with the help of this block. And then come on to direction. Like if we want our sprite to point in a specific direction, we can easily do that. Now it's the time to make our cat move. Yes, so now till we have understood how we can use these different motion blocks. So it's the time to start doing it in practical. Okay, so the very first thing we are going to do is move forward. As you can see here, this command block we have used to make this sprite move forward. Now let's jump on to our Scratch editor and here we will start moving this sprite. Okay, so if we have to move this Scratchy forward, the very first thing what we need is we need to set its position. So how can we do that? Here you can see this position as set x. Just see here this one. Set x to 0 and just drag and drop here. Then set y to 0. We can set the position and we are going to do this soon. Now here we can make the changes, like I want it to be on starting point as 10, 10. Just make it as the way you want. Okay, so just make it tan. Then coming on to this one, we'll make it again tan. Now it's time, like we want it to wait for some time. Here you will go in this control section. I haven't explained all these, but you can easily understand with this, like wait for 1 second and then we need to change its position again. So go here, set X and set Y. Now just set its position, like I want it to go to the position. What should be, just give me some idea. We can take it to the 100, okay? And we can even set this Y or just Y, we can make it change, okay? Like 100 only, we can do this. And now how we are going to start this? So for this we have this event section and this is here. Like when green flag is clicked, this complete set of code is going to be performed. So now let's check it. As soon as I'll click here, see, first it goes to the position X tan and Y tan, and then it goes to this position. You won't have seen this, it was so fast. We can just increase its time and then it will be clear to you. Like wait for 3 seconds. I hope then it will be clear. Just here. Now as I click, it will first move to this position and then it will go on to its 100 position. So this is how we can make our cat move forward or backward. Now if similarly if you want it to move backward, just set it as -100. Okay, we'll just put minus here and it will move in backward direction. Come here, click here and then minus. Right, so now just check, it will move in backward direction. It is here, in starting it is here and then just see it moved into the backward direction. So from here this move forward and then this move backward. I hope these two are clear to you. These are quite very simple ones. So now it's the time to see how we can move up. It is much more similar how we just move forward or backward. Let us see this code here, that when this green flag will be clicked, then we will go to a certain position X and Y, then we will wait for 1 second and change the position of Y by 10. Since we just only want to move up, so we will only change the position of Y and not of X. So let us go and see how we can do this. As I told you earlier, so from events block, we will just take this one block and then from motion, we will set the position of our sprite. So let us take this one, go to X, Y, and then we have to wait for 1 second, right? So we will choose it here and then at last we will choose the sprite. We will choose the block for changing our Y position, right? Change Y by this. Okay, so we just need to put this one below like this. Okay, so now let us set, we can take any random position like 20 and then we can set the position of as Y as, let us set it in negative. Okay, so we can take it as -40. Yes, and now we have to wait for 1 second, then we will change Y. By how much we want to change this? We will change it by 100. Okay, so let's see now. I hope it will run. So now you can see it changed the position of Y. First it came down and then it moved to upward. So this is how we can use the option of move up. Now the next one is triggered motion. As you can see this ball here, how is it jumping? So now the motion which is repeating, that is what triggered motion. So how can we set this? Here is the piece of code block. We can see from here that we can start our starting point anyway, like when space key pressed or when green flag pressed, we can set any of them, right? Then we will point in certain direction and then we will change the position of X and Y coordinates. First we will set a different position and then we will change it to the another position. But what we will do, that we have kept this Y as constant because we want it to be in straight line. We just want one coordinate to be changed, right? So let's go. We have to just make this ball jump, right? And here we just went. Okay, so let's take a new page where we will take one ball, okay, and we will try to move that ball up and down. How can we do? We can delete this sprite and the next sprite we have to take is of ball. So where is it? Here is our ball, right? Okay, so from here first what we have to do, we have to take this starting one as events. Then when green flag clicked,
or one space key. We can take this one as well, no issues for that. Then we have to set our x and y coordinates, like set x2 and then we have to set y2. Okay, just drag and drop it here. You will enjoy while you will do all these things, right? It is quite interesting. Once you will learn them now, and then you can create your own projects. It's quite very interesting. Then from control, just take wait 1 second, and now you have to change your set x and set y. Okay, so this is how we can do this. Now if let me show you once, like we can set this x as -63 is okay, and let us set this y as 2. We can set this also in negative, right? Just make it -40, and then we will just make this x and y. Now tell me, this ball should go up and this ball should go down. So what is remaining constant? One of the coordinate will remain constant, x or y, because if we change x, then it will move ahead, and if we change y, it will move upside. So we just want it to move upward, right? So we will keep our x constant. So let us keep this x as set x to -63, and then what will be y value? We have to take it upside, right? So we will make it 140. Let's see. Okay, we haven't selected it. We will select and then we will do it. Okay, so now what we just want is y value. First it should be -40, and then we can just take it to 140. Okay, so just notice the changes it's going to make as I click this. See, first it went down to the position -40, and then it went upside to 140. Okay, but now this ball is not going up and down, right? So for what we need to do, we will go in control section, and from there we will take this forever and just set it. Forever means that it should continue for long, right? So now as I press this green flag, you will see it's going very fast. So we need to do what? We will just increase its time, and then it will be set. So after set y to 140, we need to set as wait for 1 second. So we will go in control section, and there we will take this wait for 1 second. Now when you're going to run it, you can see it will go up, it will go down, it will go up, it will go down. But it is looking like it is getting time consuming, right? So for this, after going at top, it should not wait for 1 second. We can set it to 0.4 second. Let us try this now. See, now it's moving faster. So this is how we can make our triggered motion, and we can just set a backdrop so we can create these things. Now let us see another one. We have been done with triggered motion. Coming on to another one is turn. So it is quite very easy. If you want to turn your sprite, then first you will set your x and y coordinates. Then you will turn it by 15 degree or any of the degree you want. Then just wait for 1 second and turn it back again. Means first in clockwise direction and then in your counter clockwise direction. So this is how you can easily turn any of your sprite. Now the another one is backflip, and this is quite very interesting. You have done this? Like if you would have quite interest in yoga and these all the things, then you can easily do this backflip, right? So now how can we make our sprite backflip? It is also very easy. That first we can set that how we want to make it done, on green flag clicking or on sprite clicking. So just set it. Then you will point in certain direction. You will set your x and y coordinates. Now the main thing comes this block, that what you have to repeat. You have to just make it rotate, right? If it is standing straight, then in 90 degree it will go into the left direction. In another 90 it will come down. In another 90 it will go to right, and then to your top. So this is what we have done. We will repeat it 4 times. We will turn by 90 degrees every time, and we will wait for 0.1 second so that we can see how is it rotating. So let us go and do this. Okay, so let us jump here, and now here we can easily do this. So let us delete this. We don't need this anymore. Now what we need to set. Okay, so as we delete it, now we need some sprite which we can see as backflip. Okay, so let us go there and choose some. Okay, we can take this girl. Now if it is going to do backflip, we can easily do. So from here we can set its size. We can make it 70. Okay, it's good. Now let us start making it backflip. So what do you want? We can go in events and just select it, like when green flag clicked or when the sprite is clicked. So what do you want to me choose? We can choose this when the sprite is clicked. Then we need to point it in certain direction, right? So from here we will choose the option of point in direction 90. Okay. Now we need to set our x and y coordinates. So let us make them 0, 0. Okay, and here we will make it 0. And now we need to repeat a set of tasks. So from control, just go and choose this repeat. You have this repeat here. And how many times we want to repeat? It depends on the angle. Like from here, if we are setting this, that point in direction, or we have to turn it, right? So we will choose this turn here. And then we will choose the option of wait. So go here and choose the option of wait. Now if you are choosing this 15 degree, then means you have to rotate many times. So you will have to repeat it many of the times. So we can just make it directly to 90, so that we just need to repeat this only 4 times. And once it will be done, just set this time to 0.1 second. And now I hope so this will be able to do. So now we will click the sprite here. See, it rotated. It was quite very fast. So we can just set the time. We can make it slow. We can take this as 0.5 as well, so that we can easily notice the changes. Okay, so this is done here. Now just click on the sprite and you can see. So this is how we can set our code of backflip. Now let us move to some other ones. So we are done with this backflip. I hope it is clear to you. Then coming on to is square pattern motion. So this is how we are going to create the square pattern motion. And this is also very simple. Once you are going to look at this code block, it will be very easy. So let us see this. Then first our green flag is clicked. Then we will point in a certain direction. We will set our x and y coordinates. And then we will set a rotation slide. Now we just want it to be rotated all around, right? So we will set from here all around. Then we will wait for 1 second and repeat this process. Since it is a square, so we will repeat the same process 4 times. So move 100 steps or any of the steps you want, then turn it and wait for 1 second. This is how we can set the code. So let's see how we are going to do this. We are back again here. Now we just need not this, so we can make it delete. Click on this and delete. Okay, you can do it at once or slowly it will be done. Now we need not even this sprite. Now we are setting this motion, so we need a ball again. So let us take some ball. This time let us take this basketball or simple ball. You can take any of them. Let us take this ball only. And now we are going to set it. So the very first thing we need is just go in our event section and take this when green flag clicked. Then you have to point in a certain direction. Okay, so we will take this from here. Point in direction 90 is okay. Since it is a ball, it won't be mattering much. Then you have to set your x and y coordinates. Once this is done, you will set your rotation style. And from here you can see you have this option of set rotation style. Like it can be left, right. It can be don't rotate, and it can be all around. Now we just want to make a square, so we will choose this all around. Now we have to wait for a second so that we can notice our changes, and then we will choose that repeat code block. Okay, so that we can make it done. Now what we have to repeat? We have to repeat certain steps. Like first it has to move some steps. We will take from here move some steps. Then what we have to do? We have to turn it by a certain angle, and then we have to just wait. So we are all done with these code blocks. Now just we need to set. So we can set it as 100 steps, and here it will be 90 degrees. Okay, everything is set. We can make this go to x 0 and y as well 0. So this is how it is done. Now we will click on this green flag and you will notice it. Okay, so it is moving, you can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is not drawing lines. Once it will draw line, that will be easy, and we will learn that too. For now it is just moving, but how we can draw lines and how we can leave its impression, we will see that too. So I hope this is okay to you. Now let us see some other ones. Now the square pattern motion is done. The upcoming one is your glide and bounce. You can even make your sprite glide and bounce. So it is also very easy. You need to just set your rotation style as left to right, because here you don't need a circular round, right? You need your object to move left to right. Then there's the option of glide. You will choose that code block, and then if on edge it is, you will choose bounce. So this is how you can easily set it. You can just try this code block. I have shown you many of them. So let me move ahead because there are so many. The another one is simple. Go to mouse pointer. Now if we want to just move to a certain mouse pointer, then we will use this code block. Now there are some more which are quite very similar to this one only, like go to mouse pointer. Then it is move with mouse pointer. Coming on to next is point toward mouse pointer, and then it comes the follow the mouse pointer. These all are quite very similar, just we need to change it something and then we will see the difference. So we will jump onto a scratch editor, and there you can easily find the difference between all four. So let us first jump onto our go to mouse pointer. Let us jump onto our scratch editor, and the very first code we are going to write is for go to mouse pointer. So now the very first thing we need is our events block. Same, when green flag clicked, then we will set our go to X position and point direction. That will be the same as we have done earlier. So you will find once you will be done now, so you have to repeat these code blocks, so it will get very easy, and then you have to just wait for 1 second. Now we have to make our sprite to move in a certain direction. So let us take some other sprite. I hope we are doing this wrong. We can take some other sprite, or we can just try on this if it will work. Let's see. So now the very first thing we need is go to mouse pointer code block. So in motion block you will go, and here you can easily find it. Just scroll down, and here just choose this go to. Since it is random position, we can just make this mouse pointer, and once we are going to run it, it will point in direction of mouse. See, the sprite will move to the point where is our mouse pointer as I take it. So we can just make it forever as well, or we can repeat it many of the times so that we can see it, because once it is doing, then we need to press our green flag and then it can easily move. So this was go to mouse pointer. When we will talk about move with mouse pointer, then the sprite will move with our mouse pointer. For that we just need to change this, remove this, and choose the option of forever. From here, once you are choosing this forever, and then you have to set this go to mouse pointer. Now see, as you can see, this is moving with your mouse pointer. So this is your move with mouse pointer. Very easy. Once it was go to mouse pointer, now it is move with mouse pointer, and with a slight difference you can make it to point towards mouse pointer. What you need to do, just remove this one code block from here, and then the option will come here, point towards mouse pointer. Here it is. And once you will do this, just select this code block. Since we are running this one, right, we selected this, and we will just press this. So it will point towards mouse pointer. Now this is the ball, you cannot see exactly, but if you will take some other sprite, then you can easily say, see, this is rotating, right? It will point in the direction of my mouse cursor. Now the last one was follow the mouse pointer. So this will follow your mouse pointer, and it is also quite very easy. Just you need to use this forever with this point towards. So as your cursor will move, your sprite will also move. So I hope these all blocks are quite very simple and you have got them all. We are done with this move with mouse pointer. Here is the code block. You can easily follow this and you will be able to do. Then it was point towards mouse pointer, and the last one was follow the mouse pointer. So now it's the time to see the games and animations using these blocks. So what do you think? You are done with these motion blocks, and with that we have also seen some of our events and control blocks, right? So can you create any of the project? You can easily create your animations and games. So which one we can do? Let us jump onto the one. Yes. So you can easily make this jumping unicorn game. You would have played these games, right? On Chrome as well, you have played these. So here our unicorn is jumping. So this is how we can create. Although you can see here, we have used these motion blocks. With this, we have used some other blocks as well. So once I will cover all those blocks, we will create this jumping unicorn game. Okay. So till then, just keep learning, and now we are going to meet in our next video with different blocks. We have been done with motion blocks. Upcoming will be some looks block, then control blocks. And once we will be done with all the blocks, we will start enjoying our journey of creating different games. So, till then, stay tuned and keep learning. We are going to see you soon in our upcoming video. Thank you and bye.